Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 4th of December 2025. Now the process of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market in comparison to October and November, guys, looks like it has definitely been pumping up. But here's the thing, guys, if you look at ETF related information, things are pretty much the same as what it was in the month of October, and it is kind of similar to what it was in the month of November. But here's the thing, guys, in October we did not have Solana as well as Ripple ETF resonate, and right now, guys, we do have Solana as well as XRP ETF. And surprisingly, only those are in inflows in the last 24 hours. So we definitely need to factor when we look at information that is connected to ETF. But look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. At a macro level, things are definitely shaping out to be great for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And even if you look at the market sentiment, guys, despite it being at fear right now, the number associated to that sentiment has been increasing. And let's see, guys, over the next few days, it might actually change from fear to neutral. And metrics such as this does give us a very strong indication as to which direction the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be heading towards. And I cannot stress this enough, guys. This month we have the CPI data as well as the FOMC meeting. And both of these details, according to me, will be promising for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So look, guys, we definitely need to be aware of things that need not necessarily be connected to the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but one company or rather one person that is most connected to Bitcoin, guys, that is Larry Fink. He did put out a really interesting sentiment regarding Bitcoin. And what happened, guys, is he along with Coinbase CEO, that is Brian Armstrong, they did have a session at the New York Times Deal Book Summit. And in that session, guys, they talked a lot about Bitcoin. They talked about what the US economy is doing. And also some indication regarding ETF as well as tokenization. But here's the thing, guys, Larry Fink said something really unique regarding Bitcoin. He actually called Bitcoin as an asset of fear. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Cause look, guys, whether we like it or not, Larry Fink and BlackRock definitely has a massive impact not just on the price of Bitcoin, but also on the adoption and also getting the institutional investors as well as retail investors into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Now here's the thing, guys, you also need to remember, Larry Fink, what he tends to do is, he sends out probably the most important letter to the CEOs of the entire world. And since the last few letters, guys, he's also talked about voting, but he wants to democratize voting, particularly to shareholders. And is this an area that tokenization will also come into play? This is something that they also discuss in the segment. So what we'll do, guys, in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what was actually discussed at the New York Times Deal Book Summit. Cause look, guys, a lot of institutional investors, hedge fund managers, they definitely keep an eye on what is being told at the summit. And news such as this has a massive impact not just on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, now maybe even tokenization as well as in it. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now the next news, guys, is connected to Ethereum. And Ethereum, guys, yesterday activated its Fusaka upgrade. And this essentially brings the network's second major upgrade this year. So what I want to do, guys, in today's episode, I want to go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. And then, guys, I'll go ahead and discuss the finer details regarding Fusaka. I'll go ahead and discuss what Fusaka actually is. And more importantly, guys, how can users benefit from this? Because the whole idea of this upgrade is so that the blocks can go ahead and fill in more transactions. And more importantly, they want to make it cheaper and faster, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. And along with this, guys, there are quite a lot of updates that is taking place in Ethereum. Now regarding Fusaka upgrade, guys, this is actually Ethereum's 7th major protocol update. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. Now the next news, guys, I'm going to be talking about is connected to leveraged ETF. And in US, guys, the US Security and Exchange Commission, they have actually sent warning letters to ETF companies who are trying to launch crypto ETFs with more than 2x leverage. Now this particular news, guys, should definitely be taken with a lot of serious intentions, isn't it? Because this entire mobile SEC, guys, does actually block plans for 3 to 5x leveraged crypto ETFs in the US. And if you look at it, guys, the whole idea is to go out and protect investors and average individual people, isn't it? So this news, guys, according to me, is definitely critical and important. And with this move, guys, the US Security and Exchange Commission is aggressively moving towards a stronger regulatory control, isn't it? And according to me, guys, this move is definitely great. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now the final news for today, guys, is connected to United Kingdom. And the news essentially, guys, is that the UK is now officially recognizing cryptocurrencies as a new type of property under Property Digital Assets Sector Act 2025. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Because what this essentially does is, guys, It gives digital assets like Bitcoin and stable coins, and also NFTs clear legal protection and ownership rights. So it looks like this news is definitely positive, isn't it? And more importantly, guys, this particular law helps prevent theft, fraud, insolvency, and estate cases. Really brilliant news in my honest opinion. So look, guys, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. Now, both the news, guys, are in the world of artificial intelligence. Now, the first one, guys, is connected to the Emirates of Dubai and a company called Savant, guys. They have opened the new Dubai headquarters to strengthen identity security because the AI adoption is accelerating in the Middle East. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. And here's the thing, guys, Savant has also formed a strategic partnership with Starlink. And so far Starlink is concerned, they are one of the biggest cybersecurity distributors in MEA. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. Now the final news for today, guys, is also connected to artificial intelligence. And check this out, guys, Saffron and Technology Innovation Institute. They actually intend to lead the next evolution in geospatial intelligence. And they're using artificial intelligence for this as well. And their goal, guys, is to go ahead and build the next generation agentic AI. And because it is connected to geospatial intelligence, guys, the terminology for that is GEOINT. I believe that is for geospatial and intelligence, isn't it? And this particular announcement, guys, was actually done 2 weeks ago on the 18th of November at the iconic Dubai Air Show. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what this news is all about. Because look, guys, so far as military scenarios are concerned, a special large language model has been trained that will actually go ahead and power the reasoning. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into what this news is all about. So look, guys, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as Eat Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where
Ledger Wallet kicks in, and Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers two hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode guys, looks like the market sentiment of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are definitely pumping up. But right now the number is still at fear. But the number is gradually pumped up to 27. And based on the global cryptocurrency snapshot guys, let's see if these numbers do actually continue on a similar path. I wouldn't be surprised in the next few days the market sentiment might actually turn to neutral. And here's the thing guys, we are at this point of time in cryptocurrencies where any positive news can actually trigger the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And could it be possible in December the price of Bitcoin could actually reach a new all-time high? Definitely a very high possibility for that, isn't it? So what I'd really urge you to do is guys, so far as US politics is concerned, definitely keep an eye on what is going on. Because President Donald Trump guys, now he also wants to go ahead and get peace between Ukraine and Russia. And based on my understanding guys, there is a very good chance we might be hearing some news regarding that. And what happens guys is once the peace announcement is done, it becomes so much easier for supply chain management, and production in both the region tends to kick off, isn't it? And more importantly guys, more investments will be flowing in. And when you talk about ultra high net worth individuals guys, they feel more content with what is going on at a geopolitical level, and that could eventually lead the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to bump up. And I'm definitely anticipating something similar to happen in the month of December. But look guys, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go and do your own research. And earlier this week guys, I also talked about Bitcoin. Right now a lot of trillion-dollar companies such as BlackRock, Vanguard, VanEck, Fidelity is getting involved in it, isn't it? So I do feel if we look at Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for a long-term point of view, things are no longer speculative and there is actually use cases. So definitely interesting times ahead in my honest opinion. Now that thing being said guys, if you look at ETF related information, right now because we have Solana and XRP ETF, the overall ETF is showing in inflows, but the outflows is overshadowed by the inflows that is had in Solana and ETF. So let me quickly run to the ETF related matrix, because the overall ETF guys is in inflows, and the inflows is accounting to $77.3 million. But here's the thing guys, Bitcoin ETF is in outflows with $57.1 million. Now the same thing is happening with Ethereum ETFs as well, but the outflows is only at $9.9 million. But check this out guys, if you look at Solana ETFs, the inflows is at $50.7 million. But here's the thing guys, the biggest inflows is in the world of XRP ETFs, and the inflows is accounting to $83.6 million. Now that thing being said guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is still far below the $4 trillion mark. Right now it is at $3.27 trillion, and since the last 24 hours, it has actually pumped up to 1.90%. So let's see guys, in the month of December of the global cryptocurrency market does actually go and touch near the $4 trillion mark, maybe even crosses the $4 trillion mark. Now if you look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, it is actually pumped up to $173 billion. But here's the thing guys, if you compare this particular matrix, things are not bad but not great either. I would really want this number to be around the $200 to $250 billion mark, and along with that the volume of stable coins should be increasing as well, isn't it? Only then we can confidently state that the market is heading in a positive direction. But look guys, in the month of December, me personally am definitely optimistic regarding all of these metrics. Now so far as the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchange is concerned, since the last 24 hours it is at $12.07 billion, and the total fees accumulated for these transactions for $12.07 billion is adding up to $76.64 million, and so far as the total value locked is concerned, it is at $123.10 billion, and the decentralized exchange dominance guys, it is well below the 40% mark. It is exactly at 37.09%. But here's the thing guys, the digital asset treasury inflows, since the last few days it is on an uptrend, isn't it? Yesterday it was around the $2.42 billion mark, But surprisingly guys, today it has taken a massive hit, and this particular matrix via defalama.com is showing as $1.63 billion. So look guys, these particular matrix do not make a lot of sense in it, because ideally speaking, when the prices are pumping up, the digital asset treasury inflow should be also picking up paces in it. Or could it be possible the digital asset treasury inflows is kind of actually leading the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to pump up? Definitely a very high possibility, isn't it? Because as in when people go and buy a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and put it onto balance sheet, and when that news is out in the mainstream media, it does have a ripple and positive impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So could it be possible that digital asset treasury inflows is another matrix that could potentially give us the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? Definitely a very possibility based on my understanding. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges. Uniswap guys is still leading the pack and its volume has crossed the $2 billion mark. Since the last 24 hours it is at $2.21 billion. PancakeSwap is at number 2nd, but its volume is below the $2 billion mark. It is at $1.92 billion. Humidify is at number 3rd with a volume of $1.16 billion. Radium is at number 4th, but its volume is almost half of that of Humidify. It is only at $554.61 million. Now at number 5th guys is Aerodrome with a 24-hour volume of $517.45 million. Now let's quickly run to the volume of stable coins, and I cannot stress this enough guys. The volume of stable coins do give us a very strong indication as to which direction the prices of Bitcoin as well as other cryptocurrencies will be heading towards, isn't it? And right now guys, the volume of Tether USDT alone is at $117.93 billion. This number guys of Tether USDT alone should be around the $200 billion mark, maybe even $220 billion mark. And if that thing happens and if the prices are increasing, then I'm very confident that the price of Bitcoin could actually reach a new all-time high. So let's see guys what December has in store for us. Now so far the volume of Circle USDC is concerned, it is less than 1/10 of that of Tether USDT at $14.08 billion. FDUSD is at number 3rd so far as the 24-hour volume of stablecoins is concerned. And here's the thing guys, this volume is almost 1/3 of that of Circle USDC. It is only at $4.48 billion. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin's dominance guys has gradually been falling down once again. To date is exactly at 57%, and Ethereum's dominance is at 11.80%. And so far as the market cap of Bitcoin is concerned guys, right now it is at a staggering $1.86 trillion. And who's to say guys, let's say if the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies pump up, the market cap of Bitcoin alone might eventually cross the $2 trillion mark once again. So let's see what December has in store for us. Now so far as Ethereum is concerned, it is still well below the $400 billion mark. Right now it is at $387 billion. Now look guys, going forward in 2026, I do feel all the narrative will be regarding tokenization. So what I want to do guys in today's episode, I want to look at something that is connected to tokenization, and this is regarding real world assets. So let's do one thing, let's go ahead and look at the top real world assets coins by market cap. And surprisingly guys, Figure Hillock is at number 1. And here's the thing guys, it has overtaken Chainlink's market cap by well over 50%. Right now it is at $14.37 billion. Now to be completely honest guys, I did not know much about this particular project, but so far as Figure Hillock is concerned, it is essentially a home equity line of credit, and that essentially stands for Hillock, isn't it? And here's the thing guys, it is offered by a US Fintech company called as Figure. Now the big question guys is what makes it special and how is it connected to blockchain? Now so far as Figure is concerned guys, they use the blockchain called as provenance, and how it essentially works is loan processing does actually happen on blockchain. So instead of relying let's say on traditional banking systems, Figure actually keeps records directly on the provenance blockchain. So you're talking about application approval, verification, loan funding, loan servicing, and also selling the loan to investors. So this entire process does become faster, cheaper, and more transparent, isn't it? And regarding the loan guys, the loan itself then becomes a token. So essentially what happens is when you get a Figure Hillock, your loan is then turned into a digital asset or token on the blockchain, and this token is represented by ownership of the loan, and that token can then be sold to institutional investors. So essentially guys, the blockchain is used to go and track who owns the loan at every moment, and then you also have smart contracts that validate data, move the actual funds, trigger any compliance checks, and also manage repayment flows, isn't it? So essentially guys, with this move what Figure Hillock is doing, they are essentially cutting the middlemen. And essentially Hillock does actually include title companies, settlement agents, services, brokerage, trustees as well. and they're doing all of these things within the blockchain. So essentially with this move, guys, more intermediaries are removed, and it is needless to say the cost is dropped as well as in it. So look, guys, essentially Figure Hallock is actually a home equity loan that runs on blockchain instead of whole banking software, and the loan essentially becomes a digital token, and smart contracts manages everything, and investors actually buy the token, and you get your Hallock token money transfer and cheaper. So by using blockchain, things are extremely fast, low cost as well as transparent, and instant trading is available as well as in it. Now one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about Figure Hallock is because they are right now the number one coin so far as market cap is concerned in the world of real world assets, and their market cap is almost 50% of that of Chainlink. And here's the thing, guys, if you look at the top 5 coins that is made in America, Figure Hallock currently stands at number 5th as well as in 8, so I thought let me go ahead and give out more information regarding it. Now going back to the top real world asset coins for market cap, Chainlink, as I mentioned earlier, is at number 2nd, but its market cap is only at $10.29 billion. Stellar is at number 3rd with $8.30 billion. And surprisingly, guys, Tether Gold is at number 4th with a market cap of $2.20 billion. Biddle by BlackRock is at number 5th with a market cap of $2.02 billion. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to be talking about some interesting comments by BlackRock CEO and Chairman. But before that, guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin right now is $93,184. And since the last 24 hours, it is actually up by 1.01%. And since the last 7 days, it is actually up by 2.24%. Now Ethereum, guys, because of the upgrade, is actually pumped up by almost $200. Yesterday it was around the $3,000 mark, isn't it? And today it is at $3,203. And since the last 24 hours, guys, it has actually pumped up by 6.17%. But since the last 7 days, it is up by 5.21%. Ripple XRP right now is at $2.19. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 1.49%. But since the last 7 days, it is down by 1.40%. Now look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. I do feel any positive news in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies could actually shoot up the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And hopefully the price of Bitcoin does actually reach a new all-time high. But here's the thing, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go and do your own research. Now let's go and talk about probably the most important person in this entire universe, guys. And that is Larry Fink. And Larry Fink did actually call Bitcoin an asset of fear. And here's the thing, guys, he also admitted his view on cryptocurrency has softened over the past 8 years. Now what happened, guys, is Larry Fink, who is the CEO of BlackRock, along with Brian Armstrong, who is the CEO of Coinbase, they were actually invited to speak at the New York Times Deal Book Summit. And they were talking not just about cryptocurrencies, guys. They were also talking about the US economy and what is in store for 2026. Now regarding Bitcoin, guys, it is important to note that Larry Fink said that Bitcoin is volatile and risky for short term, but when you talk about it from a long term point of view, Bitcoin is definitely here to stay. And regarding BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, guys, he is definitely optimistic regarding it, despite $2.3 billion in outflows in November. So look, guys, when Larry Fink makes some positive news regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, a lot of other institutional investors also take this on board, isn't it? And I'm pretty much sure because of that, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are pumping up. But here's the thing, guys. In the segment at the New York Times Deal Book Summit, he also talked about democratizing voting rights, and this was in connection to tokenization. And according to Larry Fink, guys, with the help of tokenization, every shareholders, they can actually go ahead and be part of the voting process. Now, one of the reasons why I found this interesting is because Larry Fink, guys, what he tends to do is, he usually writes letters to the CEO for the entire world. And whether we like it or not, guys, it is what is mentioned in the letter that drives the notion for the entire world. And I'm talking about being woke, I'm talking about war, I'm talking about the whole ESG notion and pretty much everything. So his letter definitely has a lot of social as well as economic impact. And in this session, guys, he talked about tokenization and what role it can actually play in democratizing votes. So look, guys, I'm pretty much sure because of this, the next narrative going forward in 2026 will be all about tokenization. As a matter of fact, the tokenization hype is already here as well as in it. So what I want to do is, guys, in the month of January, I do want to have a couple of sessions on tokenization. And if you guys want to go ahead and sponsor this session or be part of it, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now let's go ahead and talk about some really interesting upgrade in the world of Ethereum. And Ethereum Fusaka upgrade, guys, is currently active right now. And it is essentially Ethereum's 17th major protocol update, focusing on backend scalability and efficiency, rather than using facing features. Now key improvements, guys, include peer DAS, and this is for layer 2 rollup efficiency, higher block and transaction gas limits for faster and cheaper processing, and also passkey support for smoother hardware-backed wallet interaction. Now here's the thing guys, you also need to remember that additional EIPs, that is Ethereum Improvement Proposals, optimize computation, fee structure, block sizes and network coordination, and it does enable Ethereum to handle more transactions securely while at the same time maintaining robust decentralization. And according to the official news guys, Fusaka marks a major milestone in Ethereum's roadmap, paving the way for accelerated, twice yearly hard forks. So let me do one thing guys, let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Let me go ahead and break it down, what is actually Fusaka, and what are the key benefits that users will have, and more importantly guys, what are the significant changes. But here's the thing guys, this is an extremely technical topic, isn't it? I'll try my level best to go ahead and make it as simple as possible. Now the big question guys is, what is Fusaka? And as I mentioned earlier guys, Fusaka is Ethereum 17 major upgrade, and this does actually come 7 months after the upgrade called Spectrum. And so far as Fusaka is concerned guys, its main focus is on making Ethereum faster and more scalable behind the scenes. And this upgrade guys essentially helps Ethereum to move towards a twice a year update schedule, and also supports long-term plan known as the Surge, which is all about increasing capacity for more users and more transactions. Now the big question guys is, how do users benefit by it? Now what happens guys is, because of this update, blocks can go and fit more transactions, and if blocks can go and fit more transactions, it actually makes the transactions faster and cheaper, isn't it? And so far as layer 2 networks are concerned guys, layer 2 networks can grow without needing extensive hardware. And more importantly guys, with this update, security stays strong even as the network scales up. Now here's the thing guys, there are 3 most important changes. The first one is EIP 7594, that is PRDS, and what this does is, it actually allows nodes to go and store less data by spreading blob data across the network, and this guys massively increases how much of layer 2 data on Ethereum can handle, and based on my understanding it is actually more than 8 times. Now regarding gas limits guys, there are 2 Ethereum proposal kicks in. The first one is Ethereum 7935 along with 7825, and what this essentially does is guys, it increases block gas limits so that more transactions can fit in each block. And here's the thing guys, it also limits how much gas a single transaction can use to prevent attacks or even block congestion. And finally guys, another important change is connected to passkeys, and this is Ethereum Improvement Proposal 7951. And what this essentially does is, it has support for device-based signing, like let's say using your phone secure chip, and this actually makes wallet easier to use and more secure without seed phrases. So really interesting update, isn't it? Now here's the thing guys, along with this, there are a lot of other improvements as well, such as EIP 7939, 7918, 7934, 7910, 7883, 7892 and 7917. Now if I talk about it, it's going to be extremely technical, isn't it? But here's the thing guys, if you do need private consultation regarding it, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now let's go ahead and talk about some interesting move by US Security and Exchange Commission. And they have actually sent out warning letters to ETF companies who are trying to launch crypto ETFs with more than 2x leverage. Now the regulators guys said that these particular products do actually break rules that limit how much risk a fund can take, and this blocks plans for 3 to 5x leverage crypto ETFs in the US. Now here's the thing guys, you need to remember that this particular move comes as cryptocurrency market is facing huge liquidation and growing concerns that leverage is getting out of control, isn't it? Now according to me guys, this news by US Security and Exchange Commission definitely seems important, and for the cryptocurrency industry it actually means reduced leverage risk, fewer major liquidation, delay in leverage crypto ETFs, but at the same time it also means stronger regulatory control, isn't it? But look guys, this is my opinion, let me know if you agree or disagree to it. Now I'm pretty much sure some people in the cryptocurrency space will definitely not be a massive advocate regarding this news. Now let's go ahead and talk about some interesting news all the way from United Kingdom guys, because the UK is now officially recognizing cryptocurrencies as a new type of property, and this is under Property Digital Asset Etc. Act 2025. Now here's the thing guys, what this actually means is, this gives digital assets like Bitcoin and stable coins and even NFTs clear legal protection and ownership rights, and the law will be helping with theft, fraud, insolvency and estate cases. Now one of the reasons why this news is interesting is because it actually follows recent moves like lifting the ban on real Bitcoin ETNs. So really interesting update coming out from United Kingdom, isn't it? So essentially now what that law does is, it now adds a third category for digital asset or electronic items, and this gives digital assets owners a clear foundation for ownership, something that was murky before, isn't it? Now, according to me, guys, news such as this is definitely great for institutional and mainstream adoption, because now crypto enjoys the same level of legal recognition as traditional property, and it does become easier for institutional banks, investment firms, and even custody providers to treat them as real asset. And this, guys, according to me, could actually lead to more services, such as maybe mortgages using tokenized assets as collateral, maybe crypto is now included in wills and even trust, and maybe even institutional custody, and also regulated trading platform, isn't it? And surprisingly, guys, because of this move, industry commentators already framed the law as making the UK more attractive as a crypto financial hub. Really interesting development from United Kingdom, isn't it? So look, guys, these were some macro level news from Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies. Now let's go ahead and look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And both the news, guys, are in the world of artificial intelligence. The first one is regarding a company called Ascent, and they have opened up Dubai headquarters to strengthen identity security, as AI adoption is accelerating across the Middle East, isn't it? So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this, because their goal, guys, is to strengthen identity security in the Middle East, as AI and cloud adoption in the region are growing extremely fast. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, they have formed a strategic partnership with Starlink, who, by the way, are one of the biggest cybersecurity distributors in MEA. And right now, guys, the demand for continuous access governance is rising in the Middle East, isn't it? And cloud investment across the Middle East is also accelerating. And so far as digital transformation is concerned, it is needless to say it is creating millions of new identities, and these identities include employees, apps, devices, and workloads. And right now, guys, based on my experience, many companies still use manual, even outdated access review tools, and those gaps do actually create more opportunities for attackers. And this is exactly what Science is aiming to help organizations with, and they want to go out and close the identity security risk. And the company, guys, will locally host its identity cloud in the United Arab Emirates, and the local hosting helps customers meet data residency requirements, and regulated industries like banking, energy, government, and telecom will also benefit because of this. And the Dubai Hub, guys, will focus on customer success and partner enablement. And so far Starlink is concerned, regarding this move, they also said that identity is now the front line of digital trust. And look, guys, so far Savant is concerned, they're continuing the global expansion, and they also recently earned the Gartner customer recognition. So really interesting move for them to set up the headquarters in Dubai, Senate. And look, guys, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia is definitely leading the front. So really brilliant news. Now the next news, guys, I'm going to be talking about is more connected to geospatial intelligence merging with artificial intelligence. And Safran.ai and US Technology Innovative Institute are actually forming a new strategic alliance, and they announced a partnership during Dubai Air Show on 18th of November 2025. And the goal, guys, is to go out and build the next generation agentic AI. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, this will be called as GOINT, which is for Geospatial Intelligence, and this, guys, is going to be the new platform. And the platform will go beyond normal objection detection. It will transform satellite images into decision-ready intelligence, and the system, guys, will help defense team understand, predict, and even act faster. And it will use a human-in-the-loop model for accuracy and oversight. And analysts, guys, will be able to ask complex intelligence questions using natural language, and a special large language model is trained on military scenarios that will be powering the reasoning. So this reduces analyst workload and speeds up mission understanding, isn't it? And the alliance's first milestone is the official signing of a collaboration agreement, and a mission-driven AI detector factory, guys, will actually allow fast creation of custom AI models. And these models support data sovereignty and full control of mission parameters. And an autonomous multi-mode fusion engine, guys, will actually combine multiple imaging sources, and it will actually deliver real-time, all-weather persistent monitoring. And the teams will work jointly from both France and the United Arab Emirates, and both sides, guys, aim to build a sovereign, future-ready geospatial intelligence capability. And Safran.ai and UAE Technology Innovative Institute, guys, did actually say the partnership will strengthen national security and operational decision-making. So really brilliant news, isn't it? And look, as it's needless to say, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, things already on it is working. And just yesterday, guys, Joe Rogan also had Jensen Huang, who is the CEO of NVIDIA, on his podcast. And one of the things he talked about artificial intelligence is that, in just a matter of 2 years, the improvement has already been more than 100x. Now, if you actually compare this improvement with Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, it is still lagging behind in terms of the number of improvements, isn't it? So artificial intelligence, guys, is definitely here and it is now. So really important news. And them merging with geospatial intelligence is definitely a game changer in my honest opinion. So look, guys, these were the news in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and even artificial intelligence on blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh on Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have an interesting question by Jimmy who asks, does the UK's new law make it safer to hold or recover stolen crypto? This, to be honest, Jimmy, is such an important question, and the answer to this is yes. The UK's new digital asset does actually make it noticeably safer to go out and hold cryptocurrencies, and also increases the chances of recovery when the funds are stolen, because this particular property, Digital Asset Etc. Act of 2025, now officially recognizes cryptocurrencies as a new type of property, which according to me, Jimmy, is an absolutely massive deal, because it gives digital assets the same legal protection as traditional assets like money or physical goods. And what this actually means is, let's say if someone goes there and steals your Bitcoin, or let's say if exchanges mishandle your funds, the courts now have a clear legal basis to treat your cryptocurrencies as your property and take actions. But here's the thing with this new particular act, they can also go and freeze suspicious wallet, force exchanges to reveal identities, and even order platforms to go and return stolen funds, and make them act much faster than before. And it also closes grey area scammers who are used to go and exploit by saying crypto is illegally property. And more importantly, Jimmy, on top of that, exchanges and custodians in the UK now do actually have a stronger obligation to safeguard user assets and also keep them separate from company funds, thereby reducing the risk if a platform collapses. And the law also helps in cases like fraud, insolvency, divorce, or even inheritance, because digital assets can now be formally included and protected like any other valuable assets. So overall, Jimmy, look, this particular move does actually give you clear ownership rights, stronger legal backup, quicker actions in theft cases, and much better protection if something goes wrong, thereby making the UK one of the most secure places legally to hold and hold cryptocurrencies. Definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the latest technological development. We talk about what is going on at a geopolitical level. We talk about different partnerships. And then, guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. We look at everything in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and even artificial intelligence on the Middle East world. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.